You mean the world to me. I did not know how we got here.
They said justice was blind. But that day, she finally opened her eyes. Sometimes justice doesn't come in time to save a life, but it comes all the same. This is the story of a boy named Eli Harry, a child whose laughter once filled a quiet home and whose silence would change a community forever. Behind every courtroom sentence lies a story the world never fully hears, a story of choices, loss, and the echoes left behind. To the outside world, Jason Harry seemed like an ordinary father, steady, responsible, devoted to his son. Neighbors often saw the two laughing in their front yard, tossing a ball, or sharing ice cream on sunny afternoons. But sometimes, appearances hide a deeper storm. Behind the laughter were quiet struggles, moments of frustration, and a growing distance no one could quite explain. Life has a way of slipping between what we show and what we feel. It was late, one of those quiet nights when the world seems half asleep. Then, at 10:45 p.m., a call shattered that stillness. 911, what's your emergency? Jason Harry. My son! He's not breathing! Please help! When first responders arrived, confusion filled the air. Jason's voice trembled. His words stumbled between shock and disbelief. A child's life had ended, and with it, every plan, every dream, every promise. What followed was a meticulous investigation. Detectives pieced together the timeline, searching for clarity in a moment that made no sense. Every question uncovered another layer, every memory, another fragment of truth. Jason's account faltered in places. There were inconsistencies no one could overlook. In the end, the story that emerged was one of irreversible mistakes and unimaginable loss. By the time the evidence was complete, Jason Harry faced charges that would change his life forever. The trial drew the town's attention. The courthouse was packed. Some came out of grief, others out of disbelief. When Jason entered, his shoulders were heavy, his eyes distant. Across the aisle sat Eli's mother, silent, her pain impossible to measure. The prosecution painted a portrait of events that demanded accountability. The defense pleaded for understanding, a plea born of desperation and remorse. When the evidence was laid bare, the silence was suffocating. Each testimony, each exhibit, peeled back the truth piece by piece. And then, the moment came. After hours of deliberation, the jury returned. The courtroom stood as the foreman read the decision. We find the defendant, Jason Harry, guilty. Some wept. Others bowed their heads. The judge's voice, steady yet heavy, carried through the hall. Over 30 years in prison. A sentence that spoke not only to punishment, but to the weight of consequence. The kind that time itself cannot erase. When the trial ended, the town was left with silence, the kind that asks questions no one can answer. But slowly, that silence turned into something else, reflection. People came together, not to assign blame, but to remember, to honor a life that had touched more hearts than anyone realized. At a small vigil, candles flickered beneath a portrait of Eli. Neighbors shared stories, how he loved stars and galaxies, how he dreamed of flying, how his laughter could light up a room. We can't change what happened, but we can make sure his name means something. Sometimes justice isn't about winning or losing. It's about facing the truth, no matter how hard it is to hear. Jason Harry's story became a mirror for everyone who knew him, a reflection of how fragile life can be and how quickly choices can change everything. It's easy to think justice ends in a courtroom, but it begins long before that, in the moments we choose compassion, honesty, and restraint. The cost of choices is heavy, but when truth finally surfaces, justice breathes again. As Jason Harry begins his decades behind bars, time moves forward, but never forgets. He will serve his sentence, but the memories of what happened, the loss, the pain, the regret, will serve him longer. Injustice doesn't always come from cruelty. Sometimes it's born from human weakness, moments we wish we could undo. But justice, when it arrives, reminds us that truth cannot stay buried. Eli Harry's name will not fade with time. It stands as a reminder that justice, though slow, still finds its way. Justice isn't about anger. It's about recognition, of loss, of truth, of accountability. Tonight, somewhere beyond the storms of this world, a little boy finally rests because justice picked the right side. Justice for Eli. When truth prevails, healing begins. For more insightful stories, click the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel.